E-King fight news. Y'all know what it is. Andre Ward, SOG, is learning that retirement is not as easy as one might think, especially from the game of boxing. Take it from a guy like Floyd Mayweather. He's retired over 3 times, and Andre Ward is on his first. So he actually spoke with Jim Lampley on that show Jim has that they call the Fight Game, but I don't know. It's more of the it's definitely not centered around boxing's uh, real top core pound for pound athletes. You know, they like to talk a lot about guys like Anthony Joshua. They love to talk about Vladimir Klitschko. You know, Naoya. You know, I like Naoya Inoue, but the way Jim Lampley talks about him and rates him, it's unbelievable how high uh, Jim Lampley would rank a guy like Inoue versus a guy like Keith Thurman. On Jim Lampley's pound for pound, I'm gonna get into that a bit later. But Andre Ward, let's hear his thoughts on his retirement and some of his words with Jim Lampley. Now let me bring that up for you. Let's see what he had to say.
As a person, he's a prince. As a fighter, did he overachieve? I think he did, and I think if you know Tim Bradley has always overachieved. That's just who he is. His heart, his determination, his grit has always been bigger than his skill or any one thing that jumps out across the television. I mean, Tim Bradley fought my brother in the amateurs. He beat my brother. I avenged the loss. He and I fought when we were 14 years old at 147 pounds. And it was the hardest fight of my life. And again, I was more skillful. I had more tools, but he had the grit and determination. So, again, he's another one that did everything right inside and outside the ring, whether win or lose. He gave it all he had. He and his wife are doing a great job in terms of, their investments and just opening up businesses in Palm Springs. I mean, I'm just so proud of him. And,
shout out to Tim Bradley.
It's impossible to reflect on Juan Manuel Marquez without thinking of his contemporaries, Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera. Ultimately, he fought the longest and he made the most money. Was he the most significant of the three? It's tough to say. I mean, for me, growing up watching these guys, it's tough for me to pick one. He obviously lasted longer, but when you look at the other two, they fought as long as they could fight. They were great ambassadors for the sport, great ambassadors for Mexico, and again, their legacies are cemented, and they're guys that you have nothing but respect for, and their names are in the history books for life. It's impossible for me to think, I confess, about the importance of Miguel Cotto without reflecting on what I feel was the injustice that he suffered at combatants who have everything to gain and everything to lose when they face each other.
All right, I'm trying to find out because he said
he went out on his terms.
I want to hear Andre Ward's thoughts on his retirement.
Dignity, and you can't say the same for Antonio Margarito. And Andre, of course, of all the fighters who are retiring, you are arguably the most illustrious of them.
All right, here we are.
Any second thoughts? I don't think there's second thoughts, but I will tell you this. Retirement is a lot harder than I thought it would be. I've read about, athletes retiring, fighters retiring. I've heard about it. I've studied it, what's the right time and those kind of things. But there's a detox that has to take place. I've been doing this 23 years straight, and then all of a sudden it's gone. And it's a process, but it's a process that, I felt like I had to undertake. I'm up for the challenge, and I just hope to be someone that the younger fighters can point to and say, he did it the right way, because we don't have a lot of examples in the sport of boxing. That was all very illuminating. Thank you, Andre.
There you go.
We mentioned at the top of the program.
All right, Jim. I gotta shut him up for a minute. But E-King fighting, we stay up on game. even if it might be the fight game. It is what it is, guys. Peace out, take care. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. And I will rap another day.